All right, what's up, everybody? So I am going to kind of share a reveal. Um, this is what 5 weeks post top surgery looks like. Um, so it wasn't until last Thursday that I was able to start doing scar care. Oh, okay, I'm back. I wasn't prepared. Um, So, real quick, part of the reason why I'm making this video is because number one, it's going to be like my reveal so people can see what this looks like after surgery. Another thing though is I wanted to show what it's like for somebody like me. Um, by somebody like me, I mean somebody with a pre-existing condition where it can affect the healing process. So I have two, technically. One, I have eczema, atopic dermatitis. So I have really sensitive skin, really dry skin. That's why my face is always red, and I have all these weird markings all over. I can't control that. And I've grown up with um, excuse me, all my life, scars not healing 100% or healing very clearly. Most of them, they're pretty good now. Like I still have a few, but I used to have really bad scarring on my elbows from eczema, like in high school. Like I have a scar right here. It's like you can't see it in the camera. It's a burn scar from like 10 years ago from when I was cooking one time, or maybe more than 10 years ago. But your scars don't always heal correctly or as well as the average person who maybe doesn't have eczema or is in really good health. Um, but I've kind of grown to accept that. So if you can imagine, like top surgery, that was one of the biggest things because the scars are already pretty invasive. So I was already starting to feel a little self-conscious about how my scars would heal. Um, Now, my second thing is I have lupus, which is an autoimmune disease. Um, in short, the one that I have affects like my joints and my skin. Um, so if you see my blue hands, that's because of the that's because of the lupus and Raynaud's. So that could, that was also a factor. Obviously, those are things I discussed with my surgeon, and like from the first appointment I had with him, he messaged both my specialists to see what the best course of treatment would be and if this is how it would affect my surgery. So in short, that's what that is. So I knew going into this that my scars may not look as good as some people, or just they just won't heal the way I wanted them or anything like that. Um, so like I said, I'm 5 weeks post surgery. Um, 2 weeks ago, I had my second post-op appointment at which I was able to stop wearing my binder. And I asked the doctor about scar treatment. He said to wait one more week before I start silicone gel strips, um, just because he wanted to make sure everything was fully healed. And this is something I haven't heard of in the group that I'm in for top surgery and watching other people's YouTube videos, but starting those silicone strips too early can pose as a problem because what that does is it prevents anything that's bad from coming out of the system. And he's heard very rarely has it happened where people start it too early, and when you pull back those silicone strips, it's just is oozing and it's infected and it's really bad. So I was like, nope, gotta minimize my risk for infection because I'm already prone to that. Um, so I got these two ScarAway gel strips. It's backwards. This one, they're longer strips. This one is for like C-sections and surgical, whatever. All of these are. And these are recommended by a lot of surgeons, and I know a lot of people have heard of them who have gotten top surgery, are researching top surgery. So I just started this one. It's a 2-month supply, and it came with 4 strips. I didn't bring the strips out because they're drying because I just washed them. I did put them on the day that the doctor said I could, which was last Thursday. Left it on for the amount of time that it said, and I did it right before I went to bed. And then I wore it again out during the day. And then I just didn't wear them because after a while they just kind of got annoying. um, and then I put them on yesterday, and then just took them off this morning. So only a few days, so I can't say that, oh, I can show you some amazing results. But what I wanted to say is what I've mainly been doing up until just those few times is I have been using Aquaphor. This is something that they said was good, especially for the nipples throughout the whole time up until now. I use this all the time anyways, but I've been really concentrating it on like my nipples because they're still healing, and then you'll see, and my scars. So my scars right now, what they look like is mainly because of this and my body just healing. And then once I was able to notice that they were like healed and sealed and everything, I've been using this on my body. Like I said, cocoa butter lotion thing. But I use that regularly as well. So those are things that I've been using. I bought this, I threw the box away recently, way before my surgery, just because I was like really hyped up and I didn't know what to get. And this was before I even ordered the ScarAway, which is bio oil, skincare oil. It's supposed to help improve scars and stretch marks. I've used this twice so far, so I can't really say what you see here is as a result of this, but I've just been kind of mixing it up so that my body doesn't get too irritated with one thing over the other. So I guess now's the time I get to show you. I'm also going to put some still pictures in just because I'm going to be moving in this, and there, God, I just washed it so it's air dried. Okay, here we go. Pause for a second. I forgot to mention here, trigger warning, or content warning, graphic warning. If you are sensitive to seeing scars or anything, please stop the video now, as in the next segment I will be showing some scars from a surgical procedure. So if you don't want to see it, stop now. You've been warned. Kind of nervous. I don't know why, just this, but I know people are going to be watching this. So these are my gnarly scars. So I still have no feeling, obviously no feeling. Feelings coming back here. I have a little bit of a dog ear, and if you're not familiar with that, that's just after top surgery, the way the skin is sewn back together. Sometimes it can develop this little flap. Some have it a lot more. I'm red because of my eczema again. I've been really itchy. But this is what my scar looks like. So my nipples are still have this marble effect. So this is what the scarring looks like. So there's a little bit, if you could see, a little bit the way that is there. This is a scar because I was scratching a lot. So ignore that. They stick out a little bit, you know, because the way the skin is thing. But I'm honestly really happy with how my scars look. I feel like they look really good. With what I was expecting, at least. So those are the scars. It's gonna be a while before these fully come into color. I did have an issue with this nipple. Nothing alarming. I did go over with my doctor, but I had a weird little thing coming. The nipple had to turn over. I had to die and come back to life, essentially. But yeah, there's a little bit there. Some of these marks are just merely because of my eczema, like this redness right here. So that's not part of it. And all of this is all just because of my eczema and I get itchy. So most of this redness on the edges are because I scratch. Which I don't recommend if you can avoid it. But yeah, that's it. So that's 5 months post-op. I had my surgery in San Rafael, California through Kaiser with Dr. Belek. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. I think that's all I wanted to go over. I'm gonna make another video. I said I was gonna make a video about binding, but I forgot. So I'll do that another time. Other than that, thank you for watching. I hope it was informative, or for people who are just curious and wanted to see. There you go. And then again, I'm gonna try, if I don't really do edit video things, so if I could figure out how, I'm gonna insert some pictures that I took earlier that I shared in a group that I'm in on Facebook. So thanks for stopping by.